Hey everybody, this is Jack Rainmaker, and today we're taking a look at 1810 Renada. This is in North Las Vegas off of Civic Center Drive and Cheyenne. This is actually a phenomenal neighborhood for flips. I've done quite a few in this area. This area is slowly but surely becoming gentrified. Lots and lots of Spanish families, which are great for community. They believe in, as you know, family, home ownership, looking after the neighborhood. This is a great location to flip in. 1810 Renada, it's 1,559 square feet. It's 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 2-car garage. I can't remember if this garage has had a conversion or not. Most of the homes around here don't have garages, since they do perform a lot of garage conversions. You know, those Spanish families, they like that extra space. Anyway, this house is currently listed at $169,000. I have an ARV of around $218,000, and the offer that I'm putting in is $147,000. So I'm $22,000 off of list. I do have a little wiggle room, depending upon the condition of the home. So let's take a look at 1810 Renada, Las Vegas, Nevada. Jack Rainmaker. Here we are, 1810 Renada, outside of the house. Desert landscaping. You got some shingles missing on the far right corner of the roof. Of course, the wood fascia needs to be completely removed and replaced. At the back, I don't know if you can see it, but peeking out over the crest of the roof, you can see the mechanical air conditioning unit. From the color of the paint, it looks a little newer. It may have been replaced recently. So these are your home next door neighbors. This is looking out west. Renada runs east-west. Here are your neighbors across the street. And this is looking out east. So let's go ahead and walk into the property. 2-car garage, 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom. A lot of these homes don't have garages. Mainly Hispanic, Spanish neighborhood, and a lot of Hispanic families want the extra space. So they perform garage conversions because they don't mind parking their car outside. So you got a double gate entry for security. So as we walk into the house, you come into a small foyer. To the left, we have the kitchen. I'm not sure how old this kitchen is, but I think these cabinets are the original cabinets that came with the house. And then this is the door that leads from the kitchen to the garage. Let's take a look. Ooh, nice, quiet garage door. Newer hot water tank. Not raised off the ground, not strapped in, not in a pan. Washer dryer in the garage. You've got room in here for 2 cars. I think it would be a little bit of a squeeze, but it would work. Close the garage door. So eating area. Now we walk back. This is the original family room. And I think this wall here is where the original house ended. So the original house went to here before we explore the extension. So this would be the normal family room. Be great if you could take that wall down and put some kind of header or U-mount that could open up the whole space. So let's take a look and walk the whole way. So bathroom on the right. Single vanity, tub, shower combination. First bedroom on the left. Second bedroom on the left. Kind of standard size for these houses built to this vintage. Here's your master bedroom. Of course, the master bath will be butted up against the bathroom that's in the hallway. So the plumbing all comes in one area. Got a single vanity. More than likely the original cabinets that came with the house and countertop. Toilet, and then a step-in shower. So So this would be considered really a 1 3/4. Little closet, but hey, it's okay if you don't have that many clothes. So let's go back out to the front of the house. Okay, now making a right and going into the family room. So you can see where they enclosed the patio, poured a huge slab of concrete. We're gonna have to check the building sketch with the city to ensure that this was permitted. You've got a swimming pool here in the back, quite deep. Fireplace in the back of the house. Air conditioning unit in the wall, because there's obviously no ducting that comes in here. So if we were to gut this house and renovate it, the first thing we would do is obviously put in ducting and take that unit out of the wall, because obviously there's not enough airflow to bring the air all the way back in. Something that's somewhat disconcerting is damage here up in the ceiling. This is definitely water damage. I believe the roof above me is flat. And it doesn't look like it's an angle. It might be a little bit of an angle, I'm not too sure. Can't really see much of an angle, because that would help drain some of the water off, but obviously you've had some history of pooling water and also leaks coming through here. And we're gonna step outside, and it looks like it goes all the way across this seam right here. We'll take a step outside in just a minute. Open up the, okay, key. Now there's one key opens every lock apparently. Yes, it does too. Okay, so let's walk outside. Okay. The backyard, nice swimming pool actually. Very deep, with a spa. Let's go take a look, see if we can find the pool equipment. You've got somewhat of a privacy fence. Oh, nice big backyard shed. Concrete slab. Looks like that slab was poured fairly recently. And when I say fairly recently, I mean years after this house was built. Here's the back of the house. You can see the roof is obviously flat. You've got some tarp that's weathered and torn up. It's now hanging down on the side. Let's take a look here. Let's see if we can find the pool equipment. Ouch. Okay, you've got more tarp here. You can see the tarp ends up somewhere up on that flat roof section. You can see water damage here on the side where the water ran down. Take a look at this. Okay, so you've got, okay, I'm not a pool guy, so I'm not sure what this all means or where the pool equipment actually is, but let's walk around the side of the house. Maybe it's the side of the house. You got some electrical power stuff here. Huh. Okay. More tarp. Okay. Side of the house looks in pretty good shape. That's the air conditioning unit that we saw on the other side for the extension, since there's no ductwork to bring the air in to the back of the house. I mean, the back extension enclosement looks actually pretty nice, and they did put in all the brickwork for that fireplace in the back. So some thought and effort went into this. I just need to make sure it's permitted with the city. And it's kind of unusual. I mean, a lot of houses in these neighborhoods, what they do is they enclose the garage or do a garage conversion and enclose the deck to almost double their square footage. In this particular instance, they just said, you know what, we're just going to enclose the back deck, back patio, and leave the garage for a garage. So yeah, I mean, you can see where they had the tarp covering the whole roof at one time. The tarp, it's been quite some time, because the tarp is very, very weathered. It's all torn up from the wind. So I should imagine that leak's been there for a while, and they just haven't bothered fixing it. Just take a quick shortcut solution to the problem. So let's lock up here. Okay. back through the house. So just a quick gander all the way through. So here's your kitchen. You've got a, I think it's a faux brick wall. I think a U-mount or a header could solve this situation. I mean, you'd still leave this piece here maybe, but open this, if you could open up this entire wall, I mean, they've got a little pass-through here. Hey, Mom, pass the ketchup from the kitchen. I don't know what that's all about, but anyway, it's there. Yeah, if you could take this out, rip it all out, open up the whole family area. Obviously, that roof needs some work, needs to be fixed. This would be an awesome house. Awesome, awesome house. So this is 1810 Renada Circle here in North Las Vegas, right off of Cheyenne and Civic Center. Let's step outside and let's talk numbers. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's 1810 Renada Circle, 1,559 square feet, 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, 2-car garage, with a swimming pool and a spa. You've got a enclosed patio, which actually they did a really good job on. But it's got a flat roof, and it's got, looks like, a history of water leaks. They took a shortcut and decided to cover tarp. The tarp is so worn out and beat up and windblown and shredded that it's obviously been quite some time since that leak occurred, and they just took a little quick shortcut to try and fix it. This house is currently on the market for $169,000. I've got an offer in for $22,000 less, $147,000. I have the ARV because of the pool and everything else at $218,000. But the renovation on this project is going to be pretty significant. I mean, the way I'm looking at it right now, the pool's going to have to be replastered. I still couldn't locate. I mean, there's all that piping there. I couldn't locate the pool equipment. You know, where's that at? Maybe it's in a shed. Who knows? So I'm looking at a renovation easily of at least $40,000. So that brings it up to $187,000, even with my offer of $147, and selling it for $218. You've got at least $16,000 in selling costs. You know, $18,000 in selling costs, which means my net would be $13,000. I think I need to talk to the listing agent, see what we can do with this deal. But right now, Las Vegas market is still somewhat of a seller's market, although I think that's now becoming more myth than fact, or maybe more fiction than fact. It was a seller's market a month or two ago. Since then, there have been a lot of active listings come on the market. Most of the listings that have come on the market have been 15 to 20 to 25% overpriced. This is where, you know, I have a blog on my website where I talk about homeowners fishing. Hey, if I can get that number for it, that would be great. You know, obviously this house is a little different because the house is empty. It is vacant. It's definitely not move-in ready. Maybe I've got a shot. This is Jack Rainmaker, flipping Las Vegas.